to take this opportunity to just say thank you for Business of the Arts for selecting Port Hope as an artsVest community. We're very proud to be one of the 5 selected in Ontario this year, and it's something I feel will be very beneficial to our cultural and arts community. So first, to start off the evening, I'd like to ask Mayor Bob Sanderson to please come forward and say a few words.
So prepared, man. Thanks. You all pretty well know me, so I'm not going to be reading a speech, right? But I can tell you that I think this is an extremely exciting opportunity, and it fits in really well with what I see coming out of our strategic discussions, and that's community engagement. And if you look back maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Port Hope was known for antique stores. That's not the case anymore. Our heritage and our culture, is starting to be what we're valuing, what we see people want to invest in. More than bridges and skyscrapers, it's community engagement in arts, culture, and activities. And I don't think there's any better marriage than taking arts and culture and putting it with the business community. They already support a lot, but to be awarded what we've been awarded, I'd like to congratulate everybody who put the efforts forward, because it was a bit of a scramble always to put the appropriate information together so that you can get accepted for these things. And now I hope we all rally around it, and show them they made the best choice they could possibly make in the best community. So with that, I applaud everybody who's been part of this. You can count on the fact that, I can assure you on behalf of council, we're very supportive of it as well. And I think, strategically, as I'm talking about, the direction is exactly where this community seems to want to go. So well done, everybody, and thank you for being here. I know everybody's busy all the time. This is a very, very important component, and I expect to see more of this and a lot more positive stuff. So I'd like to thank you.
It wasn't single-handed. Thank you.
Oh, I know. Someone's got to lead the charge.
Thank you, Mayor. Now I'd like to introduce from the Business of the Arts. I'm not going to pronounce the last name because it's too tough for me, so I'm just going to say Donna. She's a mentorship program manager. Donna?
It really is very difficult to pronounce. So my speech will be a little bit longer. First of all, I'm very excited to be here with my colleague Nona Ratunin, who is our artsVest coordinator, and Marion Rustin, who facilitated the workshop. We've been here since 10 o'clock, has recently left, but it's been a pleasure to be here for the launch of artsVest in the Port Hope community. So first off, congratulations to Port Hope, to both the business community, the arts community, and the city for putting in a very successful application. And you join, as Leslie was saying, 4 other communities in Ontario that will be receiving the artsVest program this year. So with who you're in company. It's Sudbury, Barrie, Brantford, and Orangeville. So for those of you that don't know, and for those that do, and you'll hear it twice today, artsVest is a matching funds and sponsorship training program. It's a quintessential program that leverages it's a quintessential leveraging program that fills in what we believe is an important gap in the sector. Essentially, we found that many small and mid-sized arts and heritage organizations find it quite challenging to approach business and the business community at large as a major funding partner. As a result, this very important revenue stream and potential for partnership is not tapped, and it remains underused. So one of the core benefits that artsVest provides as a program is that it really demystifies the process of securing those business partnerships by really dissecting what it takes from the planning stages down to the stewardship once you have that partnership secured. So it's really an empowering program, or what we hope is an empowering program, that gives arts and heritage organizations the tools and the courage that they need. So firstly, the matching funds, what arts organizations are now able to do is get their foot in the door and say to that local potential business partner that if you invest in a relationship with us, artsVest will now double the impact of that investment. So it encourages arts professionals to kind of push beyond their regular peer networks and get out there and stimulate some cross-sectoral collaboration between the two. Equally, artsVest provides our organizations with support through ongoing mentorship and training and resources in both sponsorship and board governance as you go through that sponsorship journey. So time and time again, it is a national program. We've seen artsVest communities across the country demonstrate that that arts and business are a natural fit for one another, especially in growing and developing the local cultural sector and also the local economy. So the program, in fact, originated in Ontario, and in 2011 we went national, expanding to the provinces of Saskatchewan, BC, and Nova Scotia. I'll read you some of the exciting results we've had to date in Ontario to get you excited for the year to come. So Business for the Arts has invested over $2.92 million in matching funds, generating over $6 million in private sector support. The program has seen partnerships between 465 cultural organizations and 1,571 businesses since its inception. Close to 968 of these businesses had never sponsored the arts and culture, before. So a lot of first-time partnerships to come out of the program. So all that to say, we're very excited to see what happens in Port Hope and to be here to support you along the way. I'd be remiss without thanking all of our speakers today, from whom you've heard and are about to hear. Firstly, the Mayor Bob for being here, Leslie as well for emceeing. I believe we have Jamie Simmons. Is Jamie Simmons here from Trillium? Yes, and I believe we have Bree Nixon in place of Douglas from the Port Hope Chamber of Commerce, yes. As well, Aurelie Collings from Critical Mass, Center for Contemporary Art, and of course my artsVest wonderful team and the business panel who spoke earlier today from the community. Thank you to our funding partners, without whom this would not be possible, the Ontario Trillium Foundation, the Ministry for Tourism, Culture and Sport, and as well to Julia and Leslie for making today's event possible. We really rely on the city to collaborate and make the program successful, so we look forward to doing that in the coming year. So once again, congratulations from Business for the Arts and good luck.
Thank you, Donna. So unfortunately, Doug Blunden, the president of the chamber, was going to be here to speak with us. He's stuck in Toronto trying to get out of the HOV lanes. So we do have Bree Nixon, the manager of the Port Hope and District Chamber of Commerce. If you could please come say a few words. Thank you.
Yes, Doug is sorry he couldn't be here to offer his congratulations. I had the pleasure of sitting in this morning on the first part of the workshop and everything, and it was fantastic, and a few things really struck me. First, 5 in all of Ontario, and Port Hope is one of them, and we're in company with some big places. We should really be proud of ourselves that we were selected. We should be proud of the arts organizations that we have here, and especially the effort that Leslie and her team put together, because although you're passing it off, somebody had to do the paperwork, and I know it was you, so good job. Also, it was really exciting to see the opportunities that are going to be created through this program. We're very lucky to have Business for the Arts select us, and I think it's really going to be a good opportunity. Our business community are supportive of the arts to begin with, and this is going to give an opportunity for them to be more supportive and invite a whole bunch of new people to start participating and having their money go even farther. So I think that's fantastic. So I just wanted to congratulate the municipality, and again, thank Business for the artsVest program. I think it's going to be wonderful for us here. Thanks very much.
And next we have someone, everybody is giving me lots of credit for the paperwork, which I did put it together, but Aurelie Collings was huge in helping to obtain the names and the contacts of the organizations and the culture groups. She helped send out last-minute emails to all of the groups about the workshop. So as a huge help, thank you, Aurelie, for everything that you did making this happen. She's the one who spearheaded it. I had never even heard of this before until she brought it forward. So thank you very much, Aurelie. You're the curator and founding director of Critical Mass, a Center for the Contemporary Arts. If you could come and say a few words, please.
Critical Mass is a very new organization on the Port Hope scene, but already I've alienated myself from a lot of my social contacts by constantly asking them for money, which is great now because I've gone to a full-day workshop and I've got a whole new approach to alienating people and getting money. The workshop was fantastic, and thank you so much to artsVest and Business for the Arts. Aside from all of the information that I got, it was an amazing experience to sit in a room with a bunch of other nonprofits that typically just don't talk to each other or don't speak except for when we're at social occasions together. So to come together as a working group and to think about Port Hope as a whole municipality instead of just our own separate endeavors was to me, I think, in the long run, going to be one of the really big spin-off benefits of our involvement with artsVest. So thank you very much, and thanks Leslie, and thank you for Mayor Bob and Greg Burns for getting behind this and making it happen as a municipality. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And Jamie Simmons, someone who I've met several times on several occasions, because the Trillium Foundation has been a wonderful foundation for the municipality of Port Hope in many ways. So Jamie is a volunteer with the Ontario Trillium Foundation from Durham, Halbert, and Kawartha Pine Ridge Grant Review Team. Let me say a few words, please. I to get all those. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Leslie. Mayor Sanderson, ladies and gentlemen. As was said, I'm Jamie Simmons, and I'm a volunteer with the fantastic organization called the Ontario Trillium Foundation, for the OTF for most of us. I'm also going to do double duty here today. I'm bringing greetings from our MVP, Lou Rinaldi. Lou is in the car as we speak, and he was hoping to be able to get here. He might still come in at the last minute, but he asked me if I would just say give greetings and congratulations to Port Hope and to all the organizations involved in this project, which is a pretty huge project and pretty amazing, actually. I'm supposed to say some official stuff for Trillium. They always make me do this. And what is the OTF? Well, we're an agency of the Government of Ontario and the largest grant-making foundation in Canada. This year we'll be granting $110 million to nonprofit groups that are focused on building healthier and more vibrant communities. We've just launched a whole new granting framework, which some of you may have gone to some of the community consultations. And if not, there's also a podcast on 89.7 Small Town Radio. I interviewed Joanne Richmond, the program manager, and she has an extensive outline of some of the new frameworks for the next round of Trillium granting. This group has certainly shown time and again that they've got the right mix of innovation, collaboration, and civic engagement in business and the arts. What you've done with the artsVest program is something that OTF is truly proud of, using funds you've received from us and others over the years to grow this program and make an impact. And we are excited about where you wanted to go next when you received your most recent 4-year grant from the Trillium Foundation in the amount of $864,000 for this project. And that's what, as I said, it's a 4-year grant, so I know it'll be well leveraged and well spent, no question. Since you received your grant last year, you've implemented a mentorship program that will link 200 cultural groups participating in artsVest, as you've mentioned, with 80 experts in the field of board governance and sponsorship. Because one of my areas of work is in the nonprofit sector, I think that's an amazing initiative, because governance is becoming a more and more critical part of any small nonprofit organization. As legislation changes, as communities change, we really need to see stronger governance models, which you're helping to promote. And we're excited about the possibilities this presents, and it shows us that business for the arts is not content to rest on past success and looking ahead to new ways to strengthen Ontario's arts community and ultimately the economy. As a resident of Northumberland County, I'm very pleased to see the innovative program coming to Port Hope, knowing that it's got the support from the city as well as the arts and business communities. artsVest represents a solid investment not only here, but in Brantford, Orangeville, Barrie, Sudbury, and I'm sure others as we move forward. And we're involved with the program again this year. Congratulations and best of success.
Thank you very much. So that brings an end to our evening, and I would just like to say a few thank yous, especially to Business of the Arts, as I said before, for choosing Port Hope. We are very proud, and as the mayor said, our strategic plan for Port Hope, I know they're still in the midst of working on it, but that's the direction Port Hope is looking, is our arts and culture and our history, and our downtown is so beautiful, keeping it, you know, the way it is. So thank you very much for selecting it. It's very important to our community. I'd also again like to say thank you to Orly. Thank you so much for all of your help. Councillor Burns, flying in and out of my office, I don't know how many times, gathering the paperwork, getting the letter from the mayor. You did a lot of leg running, so thank you for helping put that together. Deputy Mayor, I always say Councillor, sorry. Julia Snook's program coordinator, thank you. She took care of all the logistics and setup and everything for me. Ben Snook, who has snuck out, who is our he's our guitarist. If you didn't know, that's Julia's husband, who we actually voluntold to Ben, I'm just saying a thank you to you. You were voluntold to play the guitar for us tonight.